just a little tour of the garden and some of the nice things in it. And then maybe I'll ask you some questions. It's a honeybee, and the honeybees are up in the chimney. Just replanted this bed. It was very full before that, but needed replanting. And this is a shade garden. Plants that like shade and dry conditions. And the pond here overflows into the bed behind, so lots of these plants don't mind the shade, but they like more moisture. So every time it rains, the pond overflows and it goes over these little finger pieces of stone and it soaks this bed. And this is the tunnel at the moment. We have some nice cucumbers. They're a lot slower than the cottage, Park House, but they're really starting to fruit now. This is some rocket. There's a fig over there. We dug some of the early potatoes out of this. And this is the grapevine, looking very healthy. No sign of powdery mildew like the one in Park House. Got tomatoes here, celery, nice salad bowl lettuce, coriander, courgette, grapevine, sunflowers, strawberries, and we've got spinach, carrots and coriander here, and the fig with lots and lots of fruits on it. This is a kiwi. Hopefully we'll get some fruit from it. A little bit hungry. And this is the vegetable garden. Brussels sprouts, carrots, onions. These are beetroot, some more onions. This is the fruit beds. And look at these for really cool giant cabbages. Purple cabbage or red cabbage. You can see the size of the leaves compared to my hand. Massive. And these are parsnips. Some flowers, good flowers. This is little Archie. Hey Archie. And we've got some broccoli and some Cabello Nero kale. More potatoes. And just beyond the fruit is some potatoes again. And that's down to the cabin you saw earlier. So this is some of the stuff I've been doing while I'm off. Just plastering the reveals of the windows and cleaning up there. And I put in a downstairs toilet a few weeks ago, so I needed to redo the pebble dash, which I did by making this is done with cement with lime, some sand, and I mixed up some of these stones off the ground and I just made it really sticky and threw it at the wall and it stuck. So that's Hayley and Tony. So let's just have a little bit of a quiz, see if you can work out what some of these plants are. This is one of my favourite plants in the garden at this time of year anyway. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to give you a clue. This looks like a pineapple, doesn't it? And the common name has something to do with the word pineapple. So if you could work out what the common name is and the Latin name. But look at the speckles underneath. It's really cool. Likes the sun. And it looks kind of alien. This plant, the clue for this one is that the flowers only open for a day, each one. So this one was open yesterday, this one was open probably the day before, and this one will be like that by tomorrow. But there are always more flowers coming along, like this fella here. So the common name has something to do with day. See if you can guess what that one is. Botanical name and common name. We have lots of roses in this garden, but this one in particular is the bluest rose we have, and it doesn't look very blue on camera, but it's a little bit bluer in reality. Not very blue, a little bit more purpley. But this particular one, the clue I'm going to give you for the variety of rose is part of its name is the same as part of a Queen song. See if you can work out what this one is called. Come on. Good boy. This is a hydrangea, and we have some of these in the college. But how are we making go this blue colour? Again, the camera makes it not so blue, but it's very blue in reality. How are we making this go blue? And behind the hydrangea is this massive, huge, dinosaur looking plant. And it's a little bit dry at the moment because this likes really wet conditions. But look at the size of the leaves. Any idea what this is called? It's got a really rough texture. Sometimes people call it giant rhubarb. See if you can guess the botanical name for this. We've got lots of house plants. And the bathroom has no window, so it has no natural light. So we use these LEDs up here to give natural light, and it works very well, as you can see with these plants. Can you remember what this one is called? Common name is Devil's something. See if you can work out what that one is. So you just got devils and spiders in here. More lights and more plants. All of these lights are daylight lights, so they simulate daytime. and they supplement the light that comes in from this. I've got one more plant I wanted to ask you about. So if you remember the ginkgo tree, the ginkgo has a common name, and the common name is because of the leaf of the ginkgo. And even though this is a fern, the ginkgo has a very similar leaf to this. What's this one called? The common name of this one is the same as the common name for the ginkgo tree, although this is a fern and the ginkgo is a gymnosperm. But it's really nice. It likes lots of water and it likes a damp environment. Even have pictures of plants. And this one's called a prayer plant. And the reason why it's called a prayer plant is because the leaves go up vertical and join together like as if it was saying prayers. So that's really it. That's the tour for today anyway. Thanks for watching with me.